Happy Earth Day, April 22nd, 2022. Yes, I did go to some pines today. A little warm out there, though, but hopefully you got a chance to enjoy Earth Day. And, of course, my whole channel is about helping the planet, but hopefully maybe you did something to help the planet today. But anyway, let's talk about the beautiful weather we had today. So mostly clear skies, a few little contrails here and there. You can kind of see a little bit of they kind of try to pop in a little bit in around middle of the day, but for the most part after that, it was mostly sunny. This is all preceding this area of cirrus, upper level moisture that we have. So here is the current satellite. You can see that cirrus kind of rolling in a little more on us now. You can see it was mostly over Jersey. Jersey had a little more of it, of course. Long Island does tend to have better skies than New Jersey. The plus about living on Long Island is why I don't want to have to wind up living in New Jersey. Ever. But let's talk about the current temperatures here. We got temperatures now dropping into the mid-50s. Nothing against the people in New Jersey. You got a beautiful state. You got a great governor. But Long Island is my home, and I don't want to be driven away. But anyway, here we are. Mid-50s for the highs. Mid-50s right now, actually, but it was a lot warmer than that. Notice the low dew points. Also mid-50s in New Jersey as well. Notice the northerly winds. No sea breeze. Still holding on to 60 over there, but mostly mid-50s. Temperatures fairly uniform with the northwest and north winds. No sea breeze, even right on the water. No sea breeze at all. Winds are northerly. All right. So let's take a look and see what we have. We'll take a look at the conditions in Islip for the day. Waiting for this to load. Somebody should play the Jeopardy music. Because we're just waiting here. Site is just very, very slow. What's going on? It just is loading. Well, while we're waiting for it to load, let's go over the highs. And we can get them to load. So the high temperatures, look at this. 70 at Islip. 70 at Shirley. 68 at West Hampton. So pretty much everybody was in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees today. Except maybe even on the Forks, 66 in East Hampton. You have to go all the way to Montauk or Orient Point to be cooler with 62 at Montauk and 61 at Orient. 69 in the city for a high. Let's take a look at Jersey. And Jersey, 72 in Toms River. So even a little bit warmer in New Jersey, just a little bit. So now we have the islip information, and you could see that temperature. Look at that temperature right there. We were up there, 71. This was this morning. So this morning, dropped down to 42, and then for the temperature today, you can see it peaking right in the upper 60s there. Humidity pretty low, and this has contributed to a number of brush fire. Not on Long Island, I don't think we had any, but there was some in New Jersey. We're going to talk about that as well in this weather update. You can see going over the day, you could see temperatures were in the upper 60, and then gusty winds too. You could see breezy conditions, especially around noontime there. Some breezy conditions. And West Hampton also had some breezy conditions as well. Breezy conditions, low humidity. The humidity just dropping. Morning we had higher humidity, but then the humidity dropped as the day went on with these gusty winds, almost a little northeasterly a little bit at times. But that's because of the way the high is building down from Canada. Now, yeah, there have been some brush fires in Jersey. Let's see if we can find any information on that. Probably not, because they're all small ones. But I know Ocean County Scanner News, let's see, was reporting some. So let's see. They were reporting some. All right, here we go. All right. This was old news. Why is that up here? All right, so here we go. Brush fire in Brick. So we have a brush fire reported in Brick on the Parkway, mile marker 93. These are all small ones. I don't think they got too big. There was a brush fire in Manahawkin along Route 72 in Manahawkin by the Dollar Tree store. I think these were all fairly small brush fires that got under control, but you can see the conditions were favorable. And then we had one more on the Garden State Parkway further south. This was near mile marker 66.7. Firefighters were dispatched to the scene. So, yeah, there were some brush fires definitely. But we can see if we can find any more information on these brush fires. This is all just due to, News 12, New Jersey, Orange County. There was one in Orange County. But what about, there's one in Mahwah, too, in Ramapo Mountain. That was contained, but nothing on the brush fires in the Pine Barrens. They're all very small, probably. So let's go to the MODIS satellite again, and we're going to actually talk about there are a lot of fires going on in Arizona right now, and out west actually. Big fires going on around Flagstaff, believe it or not, that have been sending some smoke. Let's see if we can see some of them on here. Yeah, there they are, right there. Some of these are in Arizona around Flagstaff. And they have some really big fires going over there. If we go and we look at Flagstaff, and we just go to news, tunnel fire. People have lost their homes. 21,000 acres burned in this tunnel fire near Flagstaff, and it's continuing to burn. They're having some pretty bad fires there again. This is, again, what we're seeing now part of as the new normal. The actual new normal we should be talking about, not the one that Channel 12 talks about. As we deal with climate change. And that's something we should definitely be talking about on Earth Day, something that Channel 12 did not talk about. I can't resist calling them out because I have to call them out. Because they actually did cover some crime. I'll give them credit for that. But they didn't really talk at all about climate change, which, again, the demographic they geared doesn't believe in climate change. They did have an Earth Day story, and guess where their Earth Day story was? Let's see if it's even on the website. I don't even think it's on the website. It's not even on the website. Yeah, they were in Sayville. Oh, no, Oakdale. It's not even on the website. That's unbelievable. Really. Wow. Why even bother having a website if you don't even have put everything you cover on it? Unbelievable. That's what you get with Channel 12. But anyway, we'll close them up and talk about what we have going on right now. So let's go to the Weather Prediction Center. And you will see here that we have this high that's built over us from Canada, all right? Warm front off to the west. This is warm air here. Extensive low pressure system. Actually, they're going to get cold and snow and blizzard conditions up in places like Montana. And then you have these cold fronts that are just basically coming through dry in Arizona, which are only going to make the situation with the fires worse by kicking up the winds and lowering the humidity. If we look at the weather and hazards map, and we pull this all the way out. Let's pull this all the way out. Just to show you all the watches and warnings for this system. So you got the blizzard warnings up here. Looks like you got some winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings over here. High wind advisories and warnings over here. And plenty of red flag warnings also for parts of Arizona and stuff. And you can see what some of these strong winds are. And low humidity. Yeah, it's going to continue the fire danger over there in Flagstaff for sure. But looking at our weather, let's pull this out to the North American view so we can look at the jet stream. So here we go. Here's the jet stream, and you can see what looks like a ridge trying to set up over us here. So this is going to try to bring in some warmer air as we get towards Sunday and Monday. But it's short-lived. We got another trough around the middle of next week that's going to bring in some more cooler weather. And then another trough after that, and then an even bigger one as we get into May. This one looks absolutely huge with a huge coastal storm there forming right around the early part of May there. We'll continue to see some troughing in the east. If we look at the upper air, we're looking at the GFS here, the 18Z GFS run. So look at the upper air here. You see that weak ridge. Here's the trough for next week, bringing some cooler air, and then again a tendency for some troughing. So when we look at that, this all translates to, let's go to the Climate Prediction Center here. This should all translate to below normal temperatures in the east, and there you go. That's what we're going to have, below normal temperatures in the east, warm in the central. Precipitation will also be below normal as well. So cool and dry, which is a good pattern. All right, so let's go to the CONUS view, and we will go and look at the surface features. So you see that high right there? That's going to stay in control of our weather. It's going to start moving offshore, though, tomorrow into Sunday. We'll see more clouds. And then a warm front is going to try to actually make it through but failed to make it through on Sunday. You'll see what I mean when we look at the temperatures, all right? But a cold front will eventually approach us on Tuesday. Maybe a wave forms along that cold front, brings us a chance for rain, and then cooler weather returns for Wednesday into Friday, all right? And then if we pull this along, let's see that mega storm that it develops into early May there. Yeah, look at this thing. That's it actually has some snow. That's crazy. This is like a fantasy storm. Here we are, May 5th. That is a very deep coastal low there. But that is so far out, I'm not going to even take that seriously. So let's go. Actually, I want to look at the temperature anomaly chart. So as we go into tomorrow, you'll see temperatures will be close to normal in our area. And you'll notice that warm air off to the west. Tomorrow, you can see a lot of it is off to the west, but we may get some above normal temperatures on Long Island, too. And we were way above normal today, like 10 degrees above normal. So when it rolls over here, you'll see we're way above normal. Almost 10 degrees above normal. So as we roll into Monday, you'll still see holding on to the above normal, but you see that front starting to make its way eastward, and then we go below normal Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we're going to be below normal for a while after that, actually. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be cool for a while. Yes, I'm very happy about that. So let's take a closer look at our area here, and we'll go and look at the HRRR model and look at the 0Z HRRR model and look at the precipitation chances. So tomorrow, we're going to have some more clouds around. You see that high moving? There's that warm front. There may be a couple of showers that develop along it in the evening. And I mean, very, very light, very spread out. Chances are you're not going to see anything, maybe a couple of drops. You could see overnight, Saturday night, and Sunday morning, we may be dealing with that. And it looks like the HRRR is trying to bring that warm front through. But we'll have to see. It's hard to tell on this what's going to happen. I have to look at the actual dew point flow, dew point and wind flow to see. So here's the dew point wind flow. Dry air in place. North winds will become easterly tomorrow, so tomorrow will be a cooler day than today. And then they become southeasterly to south by Saturday night. And you can see that warm front off to the west, but it looks like we are going to be backdoored. We have east winds on Sunday across much of Long Island into New Jersey. If you're in Pennsylvania, it's going to be a lot warmer and more humid. But it looks like that backdoor cold front kind of hangs up over the Appalachians there. But it looks like a lot of us are going to be in the backdoor cold front here, which is good. It won't be hot. Originally, Sunday was going to be hot, so I'm happy about that. So tomorrow won't be as warm as today. Probably temperatures more in the close to normal for this time of the year. Low 60s probably. So upper 50s, low 60s. A little cooler all on the South Shore. Look at all that heat off to the west. If you're in Ohio and West Virginia, you're dealing with 80s. Oh, my God. Pennsylvania, you're going to be starting to warm up. And yeah, I think you're going to get into that on Sunday. So you can see the cooler air come lows kind of like, and as far as tonight goes with lows, we may see lows get into the 40s, maybe 30s. I don't think anyone goes below freezing. But if the winds die off, then, yeah, the Pine Barrens could go into the 30s perhaps. But Sunday, look at Sunday, what's going to happen. So look at this gradient here. Yeah, Long Island, only in the 50s. Maybe New York City close to 60. Even the Jersey Shore getting into the 50s. But if you're in Pennsylvania, you're dealing with 70s. And look at that. So that's the backdoor cold front coming through and bringing us relief. And I'm very, 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 very happy about that. And I think it's the GFS would agree on that too. Yep, they all do agree on it. GFS obviously a little lower resolution, but they all agree with this backdoor front. Let me look at the NAM. All right, let's go to the 18Z NAM since we don't have that completely in. So here's the 18Z NAM. Yeah, the heat is held off. You get this beautiful backdoor cold front that keeps the Northeast and New England cool while you bake in Ohio and Pennsylvania and Western New York. So very happy about that. So now let's go and look at the skies. And we'll go to the NAM3. We'll start with the NAM3. We'll look at the skies, actually. We'll start with the NAM3 on the skies. I don't usually use that for the skies, but let's use the NAM3 for the skies. So you'll see some cirrus around tomorrow, but it still think we'll see some sunshine, but there'll definitely be patchy cirrus from time to time. Sunday, probably thicker clouds. Let's go look at the RGM, because I prefer to use the RGM for the skies. So here's the RGM, and you can see, again, some of those clouds there that are going to be streaming in some cirrus from time to time. Won't be a nice blue sky like we had today. Sunday, we'll be seeing some cirrus, but maybe a little less toward the afternoon. We'll have to see. This is the RGM. I'm curious. It really looks like that warm front is to the west. No, it's not. All right, so that cirrus, well, maybe we'll get rid of the cirrus. Maybe we'll get rid of it on Sunday. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. But there'll be sunshine both days. On Monday, we'll probably see more in the way of clouds. And as we get into next week, that's when we start seeing those rain chances develop with that next cold front that's going to come through. So let's look at the temperatures on the GFS. Looks like it does try to warm us up a little bit more on Monday. Tuesday, you can see the warm air streaming up ahead of the cold front. And then Wednesday, the cool air kind of returns below normal. Highs only in the mid-50s. Thursday, Friday, we're going to be cool. So I'm very happy about that. I'm not going to guess at the sky that far out. I'm sure we'll have some sunny days, hopefully some sunny and cool days, so I can get back to the Pine Barrens before things get too hot. So that is going to wrap up this video here. I want to thank you for watching. Have a good night. And, of course, happy Earth Day.